Well, hello, boys and girls. It's when I feel like at o'clock, and I'm Pearl of Wisdom, and you're listening to my NHL Pearls of Wisdom. We're about to get into the Trouba trade, but before I do, I'd just like to. I have not been doing videos for the last little while. I did a video. My last video was an ode to uh, Alex Edler for the Vancouver Canucks, and it was really bad. Actually, it was probably the worst one I've done, and that's saying a lot, isn't it? Yeah. I'm in the red room, by the way, if you're wondering. I'm getting myself a little, getting the red light treatment to my soul. And, yeah, I do that often. Anyways, I did the video. It was an ode to Alexander Edler because I love the guy. I think he was like one of the most underrated players that we've seen in this decade. And I sent it off to the Vancouver people, and they just fucking hammered me on how shitty my video was and blah, 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 blah. And you know what? Stupid me, I let it bug me. Anyways, I want to get that off my chest. I don't know. Just being a little vulnerable today. Fuck. Um, Anyways, the Winnipeg trade. Trouba to the Rangers for Pionk and their first round pick back. Here is a very good example of the value of having cap room in a cap world. I've had discussions with Winnipeg to say, well, you know, Pionk is better than people understand. Okay, maybe a lot of people, that may be true, but people who know the game or people who have been really watching the Rangers know that Pionk is a solid 4-5, or sorry, solid 3-4. But Trouba is probably got a Norris in him. I think he's that good. And to get a 3-4 defenseman and a 20th overall in a regular draft that's not considered super, super deep is man for man, not the best return, but the cap room to sign Lion Connor, and so on. That's really what this is all about. Pionk is serviceable. He's solid. Morrissey's still growing. You also have some other forwards like Vesalainen coming up, and some young defensemen in your prospect pool that are slowly moving up as well. Can't remember their names off the top of my head because I didn't check them before I did this video, but write them down in the bottom. Like, oh God, what's his name? Big tall guy, I can't remember his name. Anyways, that's really what this is about. I mean, they have the cap room to sign some guys, but on the same note, though, I looked at their cap room. They could sign Laine even to $9 million a year, or you know, if they can sign Laine now to $8 million long term for 8 years or something like that. He's probably good. That's probably a contract that's going to look good 6-7 years from now. Connor as well. If you can get him signed up for 6 now, long term, they've got like 30-some million. They've still got lots of room. They can even go out and find another defenseman if they want, or fill out their roster. Here's the thing that I think happened, and I mentioned this in a previous video about Trouba. I could be wrong about this, but it looks a little funny. When Trouba was going into his first contract with them, they were playing him as a 5-6 defenseman. He was better than Myers at the time already, and should have been playing higher in the lineup, and was pissed. It seemed like they were playing him lower in the lineup to keep his cap hit down. Now, they played him as a number one after that. And then when it comes time to pay him to be a number one, all of a sudden he's gone. Now, that could be a lot of reasons. It could be just something that spilled over from the first contract. It could be that Winnipeg wasn't for him. He just, whatever, you know, Winnipeg's pretty damn cold in the winter, let's face it. It's not the most, how to explain it? It's not New York. Let's put it that way. It's not LA. You know, It's not what you call the city for that millionaires like to hang out with all the time. You know, you don't see people coming swarming to Winnipeg to live just cuz. All right? Let's be honest here. So it could be just that. Um, but the thing was, is they did the same thing with Lion A all year long was playing on with third line guys a lot and little and stuff like that. He should be playing with your top forwards all the time. Um, Now I know you got Wheeler there, Ehlers. There's a lot, but at least half the time, far more than he was. Now they got a contract with Lion. Are they going to look at his numbers and say, well, you know, you didn't put? And if they do, and if they tried to do this, if they are doing this, and if they did try to do that with Trouba, and now it looks like they're trying to do with Lion, it's going to affect the whole room. It's going to affect the whole team. Treating players like that in the long run just doesn't work. I don't give a shit what you say about these guys are wealthy guys. They should be just happy that blah, blah, blah bullshit. If I'm a player and I worked as hard as they did to get to where they are, and there are other teams out there that are going to put me in a position to succeed and, you know, make as much money as I can, and it's not in, like, one of the coldest places in the fucking world, I'm out of here, okay? Like, they got to get their shit together. If they can sign Line A for 8, do it now for 8 years or whatever the case may be. But if they think that they're going any less than that because Line A's numbers were down last year, you got another thing coming. If I'm his agent, I'm like, he can get 10 on the market now, easy. Easy. So I hope they're not playing games, but I have a feeling this is part of the reason why they weren't able to keep Trouba. And okay, sure, they have lots of cap space here. They pick a good guy. They do well on that 20th pick, and they fill in that cap room with another good defenseman, because I still think they do need one, or you know, maybe some more depth on forward. Like, they have a lot of tools there. I don't know, whatever they do with that cap space and who they pick, it could turn out all right. But if people even have an inkling that they're trying to play them lower in the lineup to keep their numbers down so they don't have to pay them as much salary, it doesn't matter what the fuck you do, the morale in that room's going to be shit. That's my full 42%, boys and girls. That's all I have to give. I didn't even talk about how that works out for the Rangers. I'll do really quick. For the Rangers, they get the number one defenseman they were looking for. It's a fantastic trade. I wonder if Philly was offering Sanheim and their first for that, because they went out and got Niskanen when they knew they were out. It must be that they didn't want to give up that first, because they were probably offering Sanheim in a second, and they went with Pionk in a first. I'm not sure which one I would have taken there. I love Sanheim a lot. We'll see how it turns out. But for the Rangers, this is fantastic. A Norris-level defenseman for a young 4-3-4, and a first that's pretty much who knows. And they already have a first this year. Plus they get Kako this year. I mean, they got to be partying in New York right now. That is going to be a strong team right quick. Have a great day. Lots of love to you. Subscribe, bell. Pearls of Wisdom necklace to your door, signed by me via helicopter. Have a great day.